my point is, if you missed that trade or any trade in the future, and it was off of someplace you were watching, man, you got to internalize that. You really gotta journal it, man. Like, you gotta journal missed trades as much as trades that you lose and as trades as you win.
I agree, dude. I
think people there's a misconception that like,
but what do you
like
journal?
I do in school. I hated homework. I did. I hated homework. I think that's normal. Like, who likes to do freaking homework? Nerds. Get out of here, nerd. Go touch grass. You know, they're not homework. They're intelligence briefings. It's like a presidential intelligence briefing that you get.
We say that
every single day. This is where you find patterns in your wins and losses and patterns in your missed trades.
Yep.
You should be marking that.
I already wrote it down in mine.
And without it, you're just guessing. You're not collecting data. Like, if you can't do the boring work.
Yeah. But I think people miss how to even journal properly, right? So what are you writing down? Price hit level, reacted like this. What followed? You need to do the whole process. It's not, oh, I missed my level, I'll get them next time. It's like, how did price react? What level was hit? How did the candle close? Like, all those things matter when you journal. It's another one of those things where if you don't do it properly, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Correct. And if you don't do anything with what you've written down, you're not going to get anything out of it. If you're just writing down for the sake of writing down, write like an analyst would write, right? Write down. So at the end of each day, I always have a takeaway. And my takeaway goes in like bullet points at the top of my journal. So if I would have missed the trade today, I would have notated it. I would say it did everything I wanted it to do. It swept the level. Maybe it happened too fast and I missed it. I just wasn't, it happened too quick. So I would maybe make a mental note and I would say something like, boy, when we're approaching a key level, I need to just mute Discord and be glued to the screen or something like that.
Yep.
But I would also notate everything that happened, right? So as we were running up into and breaking out, there was divergences on volume, on CVD and momentum. Time of day was right. We're in a downtrend. I would notate all that, and that would I would kind of summarize it at the top. That way I can kind of just flip through quickly and see what I'm missing.
Yeah.
I actually have a separate journal for like a playbook and missed trades, and I'm trying to do something with ChatGPT to streamline that process for not necessarily missed trades, but just like quirky things that happen to kind of keep track of. Kind of like I did early on with, hey, if we enter into a session and we're extended far from VWAP, we almost always go back to VWAP before the real move of the day happens, whether that's below or above. That's kind of how I figured that out, just by observation and notating that this happens more often than not, because that's what we're after. We're after probabilities and stacking probabilities. Once I noticed, like, hey, there's a pattern here, right? If we open up into London and New York above or below VWAP, a decent amount away, maybe first or second deviation away, we almost always slam into VWAP, and then the real move happens. Almost always.
Almost always.
Almost always. Nothing's ever 100%, right? But we can up those probabilities. I mean, my 4-point confirmation checklist is just so simple, dude. Like, I've got it dialed in now. Just what's price, volume, momentum, time. That's it. Like, I keep it super, super simple.
Yeah, I think that's really the first three things. I mean, besides the time of day, I think volume and momentum are the two things that people need to understand. And then they plug it into the time of day they want to trade.
Yeah. So how do you handle miss? I mean, you kind of just explained it a little bit, but how when you miss the move of the day, how do you handle that? I mean, I missed the move of the day.
I missed it yesterday. Don't chase it.
It's
like the discipline now is for me, and now I'm looking back at the charts a little bit after seeing these plays. Be like, I should have went in there. I got a rule where I let it breathe for 10 minutes, and then I'll reevaluate. Like, here's where I get in trouble. Or here where I used to get in trouble. I would miss the move, and then I would chase the move, and then it would go against me anyway. So today's case, I missed the move, it broke it down again, and then continued in the same direction. But That's not always the case. I mean, how many times do we get like a New York VWAP reversion play? It dumps below second deviation, and then it runs up through VWAP and into the second deviation above it.
Yeah.
And then mercs you the other way.
Yep.
So there's nothing worse than FOMOing in and chasing it and then losing the trade anyway.